Hey everyone, this is Sime, your crypto CPA from the Lone Star State here at Akif CPA and also at Chainblock Financial. And one big public service announcement to everyone out there is that if you have an LLC of any type and you have cryptocurrency in that LLC and you're flowing it through that LLC, the tax deadline is approaching really fast. Again, if you have an LLC of any type and the tax deadline is coming really fast, we're already in September, sorry. And we only have a few days. We only have less than 2 weeks. So make sure not only your crypto accounting is all set and correct, but also your regular accounting is all set and correct. For crypto accounting, you need to make sure that your cost basis and all that stuff is in order. And again, if you have an LLC that is not a single member LLC and it's not on a Schedule C, you need to ensure your payroll is correct if it's an S corporation, making sure all those things are filed properly. And last thing you want to do is have amendments at the entity level. Why? Because not only will you be paying fines and penalties at the entity level, you'll also be paying fines and penalties at the shareholder level, just in case you have to amend after October and then go through this entire cycle. So before you do any of that, make sure all the accounting is correct, general business accounting for your LLC, and I'll show you what a single member LLC looks like, right? A single member LLC, their tax deadline is October 15th, and it goes under your 1040 on a Schedule C. But that Schedule C is a profit and loss for business, so you need to make sure the P&L is correct. You've added all the business accounts to it, everything that you've paid to contractors or you've paid in expenses, whether you've paid it through crypto or just regular fiat USD currency, all that is in here. And this is due October 15th. And if you have a S corporation, you have shareholders. If you are an owner of an S corporation, you know that there's a minimal, reasonable compensation. That means a W-2 needs to be there as well. All that needs to be correct. And then again, we have less than 2 weeks to get all this done. So the business accounting needs to be correct. The crypto accounting needs to be correct. Everything needs to be in order before September 15th. And same thing goes for partnership. Partnerships and S corporations both are due September 15th. And you will be issuing K1s through the partnership and S corporation. And those K1s, then you will need to furnish those to the partners, whether they're general partner or limited partner, or to your shareholders in an S corporation, whether it's one shareholder or whether it's 100 shareholders. But again, if any kind of errors at these on these entity level, whether it's a partnership or a S corporation, then you'll need to amend. And last thing you want to do is have an amendment, because the IRS is really looking at all the crypto returns very, very carefully. So make sure all of these things are correct before the deadline. The deadline is coming up in September. And I just want to make sure that you guys are all set. And if there are any issues, and I've done a video on how to check for erroneous K1s, you need to go back to the CPA or the issuing corporation that has given you those K1s to make sure that the boxes are actually populated correctly. That means that they're actually inputting things into the right places. Otherwise, they're going to send you an amended K1. And then that means that come October 15th, you might not even have a corrected K1. So check out our video, check out our live video that we just did 2-3 days ago on what a wrong K1 looks like in crypto and what a correct K1 looks like in crypto. And again, it's entirely possible that for you, everything is correct. But again, if you have LLC of any type, whether it is an S corporation, whether it's a partnership, or whether it's a single member LLC, all of those need to have a proper P&L. That means that your closing positions of your crypto assets, all of that has to match for that to be accurate. This is not an individual thing. This is really more at the company level. And a lot of times we do set up these entities and then we think, oh, they're good for an umbrella. No, that's not the case. Sure, an LLC can be owned by you, but it still somewhat needs to be independent of you to have the segregation, right? Otherwise, in the world of corporate law, there's a commingling of assets that goes on, and then your corporate veil can be unveiled, and by a judge. So we don't need any of that. potentially anything can happen. But in crypto, I just need to make sure for all of you out there to have everything correct. If you need any help with any of this, contact our office immediately. It's 713-451-9700, or email us directly at info@akeepcpa.com. I've listed out the contact information details right here. And let's make sure that you're filing these once and for all, and they're good, and you're not having amendments. We've seen a plethora of amendments in the last few years from so many different CPAs that we point out what their errors are. So this time, I just want everyone to get ahead of this. So thank you so much. Again, if you have a crypto LLC of any type, you've paid expenses through USD, whether it was the incorporation expenses, anything, all of that needs to be in a P&L. And that means a P&L for your general business expenses, and then that will also have that P&L of your crypto in it. So that's 2 layers, and all those things need to be accurate. Just because your CPA or your accountant is well versed in general business accounting, that doesn't mean that they're going to be excellent at crypto. And crypto just has a bunch of few nuances, but once you get a hold of it, it's not too complicated. Again, thank you so much. This is Saim, your crypto CPA from the Lone Star State, here at Akif CPA and also at Chain Block Financial. Thank you.